Okay, we're at Comic-Con 2007 in New York City, and I'm talking to Melody Anderson, who has some up-to-the-minute flash breaking news that she wants to tell us. So, Melody, lay it on us.
All right, now this is for all of our fans who we felt were put into a very bad situation when Universal sent out this new DVD that came out. It's not the 25th edition, which would have made sense, which they like it in England, but it was 27th edition, and they offered for us to do the video commentary, and we were so excited because we have so many stories. And they were thrilled, and then when we asked how much, they said, you just get to be on it. So I sort of sat there and I went, well, I think that's communism. So I'm not going to do that. But what Sam and I did yesterday, Sam came out, and in New Jersey, we taped our actual commentary of the movie with stories that have never been heard, and you will never, ever hear them. So fans can get the real scoop. We have on this site, my friend, on this site, if you want to read it, it says Geek Stuff, BigKevsGeekStuff.com. You can now download, all our fans, and this is grassroots, so we're asking you to tell your friends, you can now download the commentary for the MP3 for $7.99, but even more important is Alex Ross, who of course is who is the premier fantasy artist, did this poster specifically for the DVD. You will not find this anywhere else, and we have a few of these signed by Alex and Sam and I as well. And it is a DVD of a recording of us doing the commentary, being on the Big Kev's radio show last night, and photographs, and we have a guy named Bob Lindemeyer who is, can I use that word again, premier? Collector of memorabilia from Flash Gordon, and we have the actual Clytus mask, we have Sam's sword, we have that gooey little thing that everybody put their hand in the tree trunk to not be stung by. So anyway, that's the news, and the DVD is now available for $29.99, and on Monday the download will be available at $7.99. I think I have that right. Yeah. So that's the breaking news. You're the first one who got the interview.
Excellent.
Aren't you a genius?
We feel so privileged. Our timing is perfect. Now, have you been doing comic book conventions for quite a while now, and do you enjoy the experience?
Oh, I love it. You know what's so weird, and Sam and I were talking about this, is that you do a job as an actor, and you just go from job to job, and you have no idea the impact that something is going to have because it's your job. And 27, 8 years later, and people are still commenting on the movie. I've got fans asking for pictures. I certainly get lots of fan mail still. And I've gone on with my life. I'm now, I went back to university and got lots of degrees and lots of training. I'm now a family therapist, and I work with people dealing with addictions as well as couples and all that. Oh, it's a great life. But to be reminded of this and reminded how much people really enjoyed this movie, it's absolutely fantastic. And we're so glad, as I say, to have this gift for our fans, for their loyalty for all these years. Well, it's not a gift, you got to pay it, let's be honest. But
now, since that time, you took time off to go to school, become a family therapist. Are you still working as an actor?
No.
Totally given that up.
Well,
it's kind of sad for all your fans.
Exactly. If somebody comes along and wants to offer me a part, that's fine. But, acting is marvelous. It's fabulous. But the business is difficult. And jobs for women over the age of about, well, I'm only 12, but for women who are over the age of 50, which I am, become less and less. And I wanted to have a little more control over my future. So that's why I went back to school and did this.
Gotcha. Are you married? Do you have family?
I have family. I'm lucky enough, and everybody's well, and they love this as well.
You have children?
I had children in my life, yes.
That's wonderful. So, is this kind of just a part-time thing that you go from convention to convention?
Yeah, and when I can.
A couple times a year?
Yeah, I do it about twice a year. I started about 3 years ago. Sam actually got me started on it because he was starting to do them, and we decided if the two of us were out there doing these, we get to more fans because the fans, that's why they have these things, is for fans. And so probably about twice a year I do these, and it's great to hear from people, and people who are now grown with children saying they saw it when they were a child.
Oh boy. But nevertheless, there must be an extraordinary feeling to know that you are admired and loved by your fans.
Oh,
and
it means so
continues
much.
to be.
It
You
means
have
so
an
much.
enormous impact, I think, on a lot of people's lives, a lot more than maybe
Yeah.
even you suppose.
Maybe, and besides Flash Gordon, of course, I did a lot of other work. The last project I did was All My Children. Did,
So
right, and I did Firewalker with Chuck Norris, and I still think it was a great series called Manimal. I don't know, I thought it was great.
Right.
And lots of movies for television. So I did an awful lot of work in my 15-year career. I had a wonderful, wonderful time.
Tell me, what was it like working on soaps?
I liked it.
Was it more
It's much more challenging. You hear that kid crying in the background?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you'd be like at the end of the day, because you'd have to learn so many lines every single day. You basically did a walkthrough, and then the camera's rolling, and they do not like to do retakes. So when you see some of those very moving performances, okay, now this is the adults who are
That is
screaming.
a porn star down the aisle, so we'll avoid that.
And this woman, feed that baby woman. All right, now she's finally feeding it. Anyway, what the performances that they get, that soap actors do, you can't imagine the pressure and the limited time, is absolutely fantastic. So they really should be respected a lot more than they are.
Gotcha. And my last question is, what is the form of therapy that you trained in?
Oh, everything. I work with trauma. I do it. You do everything, because everyone I figure is a snowflake, and they all need their own particular way of doing it. Sometimes it's psychodynamic, like what did your mother do? Sometimes it's cognitive behavioral, so you change a thought. Sometimes it's gestalt. Sometimes it's just meditation and exercises to knowing how to handle your own anxiety. And so I don't think there's a cookie cutter form of how to treat people, because everybody has individual needs, and that's the way I do my work.
Well, we are very thankful to be able to spend some time with Melody Anderson, ever as beautiful as ever and as accessible and kind-hearted and open and warm. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.